Hafa I'm Nestor Leconte with the Pacific Daily News. Here are our top stories from the PDN Newsroom. The Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority's Deputy Director, former Senator Fernando Esteves, says that even while the authority is operating lean, it is doing its part to strengthen the community. Through a half dozen programs that include public housing and Section 8, GHURA houses between 13 and 14,000 people at any given time, or about 9% of the island's population, he said. And that doesn't include those that GHURA helps through low-income housing credits, he added. With a staff of about 125, GHURA manages to serve almost 10% of Guam's residents through its various federally funded programs with zero assistance from local government coffers, said Esteves. Guam is undergoing a huge shortage in affordable housing for various reasons, causing families to find often uncomfortable ways to cope with the financial strain. The current rental rate for a basic two-bedroom apartment runs from about $1,200 to $1,500 per month without utilities. In other news, opening a Pandora's box is how Attorney General Douglas Moylan responded to Department of Corrections Director Fred Bordallo Jr.'s proposal to release as many as 250 pretrial detainees now held at DOC. The AG is opposed to the proposal. Bordallo sent a letter to Moylan on October 21st, inviting him to a meeting and a tour of the Manila prison facility so that he can see the conditions firsthand. But Moylan said the Office of the Attorney General met internally on the letter and has an invite to the DOC chief for this Friday. The DOC director cited severe overcrowding at the prison for his proposal to release almost half of the pretrial detainees housed at the Manila Adult Correctional Facility and at the Hagåtña lockup. DOC also has limited resources. Bordallo on Tuesday said DOC has 534 pretrial detainees, which he considers a large number. He said DOC needs to knock that number down to 250, which is more manageable. Taiwan President Lai Ching-te arrived on Guam late Wednesday night, greeted by Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and others at the airport as part of his week-long trip to Pacific allies that earlier included a two-day stopover in Hawaii. Lai visited the Marshall Islands and Tuvalu and will be on Guam for an overnight stay. He is scheduled to take part in events Thursday morning to early afternoon before heading to Palau. Palau, Tuvalu, and the Marshall Islands are among Taiwan's three diplomatic allies, while Lai's stopovers on American soil in Hawaii and Guam were unofficial state visits. China lodged intense criticism against the trip. China claims democratically governed Taiwan as its own territory and objects to official exchanges between Taiwan and the U.S. While Taiwan only has a dozen formal diplomatic allies, it retains strong contacts with the U.S. and other nations. Lai's visit comes at a time when Guam is beefing up military facilities and infrastructure, including a planned 360-degree missile defense system, along with the relocation of thousands of Marines from Okinawa. In other news, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol's stunning and sudden declaration of martial law late Tuesday night sent the country into political turmoil, but commercial flight activity to Guam from the island's top tourism market continued without interruption Wednesday. That's according to the Guam International Airport Authority. South Korea remains Guam's top tourism market, and all South Korean air carriers continued operations as normal, according to GIAA, and the airport website showed no indication of any flight delays or cancellations by Korean carriers serving Guam. The Guam Visitors Bureau said that it is aware that the martial law was canceled, but that it may still affect overseas travel. In a late-night televised address, Yoon announced that he was declaring martial law, quote, to safeguard a liberal South Korea from the threats posed by North Korea's communist forces and to eliminate anti-state elements. For more on these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.